A thread by Soul War. Welcome to Thunderdome, US version 2020. Two men enter, one man leaves. In this case, a president and a president elect. Only one man can emerge the victor as Americans watch spellbound as they fight for the right to lead America along two very different paths. In this corner is the current president, Donald Trump, the master builder, creator of resorts, hotels, and casinos. A man who could have retired with his beautiful wife and billions to enjoy his twilight years, but chose instead to save America from her ruthless and shadowy enemies. And in this corner is the challenger, a child sniffing corruptocrat determined to hand America back over to these self-same enemies Trump is so determined to defeat. Joe would have retired with his stolen millions, but the swamp demanded he run so that they could use him as cover. Okay, America, choose your fighter, but choose wisely. Hashtag courage and wisdom. One of these men has it in abundance. The other can't form a coherent sentence. The legal approach was a distraction to keep the left from doing anything else monumentally stupid to our nation. As more and more damning evidence drops, solidifying Trump's cause, Slow Joe looks weaker and more doddering by the day. Even those trapped on the deep blue coasts are commenting on it now. The Constitution was always our pathway to victory, just like it was in 2016. The mainstream media can gaslight us 24/7 with their fake news-arama, and it doesn't change the outcome. Big tech's social media can censor and ban at will. It won't stop the outcome. The Dems and rhinos, the Uniparty, can arrange the deck chairs on the USS status quo, but Trump's already sunk it. Thomas Wichter explains. Link in the thread to Thomas Wichter's most recent video, We May Be Dumb, but Not That Dumb. Trump's super duper secret weapon in this battle for America's future is our founding document. His chosen strategy to defeat America's enemies is found in Civics 101. Since all of his enemies don't know civics, they're doomed. How did Trump win in 2016? He clearly wasn't supposed to. The cheat was in back then, just like it was in 2020. Hillary had the popular vote sewn up. Bill bought a $980,000 bottle of champagne to pop and celebrate when Hillary was announced the winner. It was a done deal. Well, Trump looked at the rules and electoral process and then went for the Electoral College, because the Electoral College determines the winner of the presidency, not the popular vote. The electors vote on who will be president, not the voters. Did you know that? Trump did. Whoopsie! The fix to give it to Hillary the left had prepared was inadequate because they hadn't anticipated the Trump bump he'd caused in the month of campaigning. They paused the count for 3 hours trying to figure out what to do and came up empty. At the DNC headquarters, someone stopped being filmed or photographed around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as it became clear Hillary 2016 had been smashed aside by the Trump train. Someone threw Bill's $980,000 bottle of suds into a $100,000 giant screen TV, destroying both objects. The VIP room was trashed. Someone threw a lot of objects at people, Podesta and Mook mostly, screaming at them in what I hear was an epic meltdown because they hadn't done their homework on how presidents are elected. They don't need to, right? Because they'll just cheat their way to victory. Right? Wrong. Our Constitution, our founding document, is our sacred protector in this deliberately created crisis. The left gives the Constitution as much thought as they give the meaningless ritual they're forced to do every time they're sworn into public office. That means zero. Well, our champion has done his homework. His records are sealed so people don't realize he's a polyglot just like Melania. He knows the rules of America backwards and forwards as our enemies arrogantly ignore them. Their ignorance is going to cost them everything. President Trump was never in any danger. He came into office to fix our broken systems, systems our previous guardians had been bought off and blackmailed into breaking deliberately. In an information war, the one with the best information wins. The left thinks that lies are information. The Thunderdome is now underway, but the winner is not even a question to me. I know the rules. Trump knows the rules. The left think the rules don't matter. They have either forgot or never knew who we are. President Trump, as our champion, is about to show them on January 6th. 7 decades of corruption, sedition, graft, and the consequences of blackmail is now hurtling at President Trump. The courts failed. The checks were checked. The balances were flipped. We are powerless now that we voted, and most of those votes were flipped to Biden. What's next? What's left? Our Constitution is the only thing President Trump has left. It will be more than enough. That juggernaut of corruption is going to hit the wall our founders erected in 1787, a wall of pure intellect and foresight that's been waiting to defend the Republic from that day to this. And our Constitution will shatter their world to splinters. Words, just words, the left will shriek in uncomprehending disbelief. Funny that, since words are their chosen weapon, you'd think they might want to read what every U.S. military member swears to uphold. The Constitution is all Trump needs to win. He'll follow the Constitution that every sane, uncorrupted American backs, supports, and believes in as the left melts down, having been denied their bright and shiny toy for the second time. Because they left that door wide open. Are you going to be shocked when Trump walks through it? Stick a pin in this thread. Come back to it on January 7th, 2021. Our most vicious and ruthless enemies were defeated centuries ago by Washington, Jefferson, and Adams. And you can quote me on that. All is well. Merry Christmas. To support the works of Brent Cates, donate any amount at paypal.me/Brent Cates. Also, check out the Americana Rising Teespring store, link in the thread. I will be the greatest president that God ever created.